Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the nightcap here at Eagle Stadium. We got a big contest tonight between the Lady Eagles and the Lady Bees of East Fairmont High School. Steve, how are we doing tonight?
We're doing well. Obviously, big contest tonight. Max Preps has RCB ranked number 7 in the state, and the East Fairmont Bees ranked number 6 in the state. So can't get more competitive than that. Two top 10 teams. Big game both ways. Obviously, RCB coming off of a couple close losses to great teams. There's not many teams in the state that wouldn't go 0-2 if they had to play Philip Barber and Bridgeport back-to-back. But, it's not. It would be nice for the Eagles, I think, for their confidence standpoint, to be able to get a W or at least a result tonight against a really good East Fairmont team
Absolutely.
to try to get some confidence back. The main thing they have to do tonight is apparently against Bridgeport, they had 0 shots on goal, and obviously that's not going
That has to change.
Yes.
Well, and it's especially after the slog that they went through against Philip Barber. Philip Barber was a hard contest. They played some very good performers, and some talent that they are rarely going to see. And tonight, they've got to answer the bell again. And it looks like Olivia Lowther is ready to roll, son.
Yep. Nice play by Lowther there, as she will try to work it up the sideline. The one thing, though, according to their lineup, the one thing that might help the Eagles is that number 4, Madison Lott, who had scored 8 of the 12 goals for East Fairmont, is not listed on their roster tonight. So they might be missing their top scorer, which would be, hopefully something that RCB can take advantage here.
That's a tough loss.
Yeah. Obviously, hopefully she's not injured or it's not something serious and that she'll be
Kids
back.
Get sick, you get sick, things happen.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully she'll be back soon, because obviously you don't want to see a talent like that. And I believe I saw she's a senior too, so you definitely don't want someone to.
You don't want to see her lose time.
Yeah.
Now that right there, I thought was a handball, but
Now they have changed up the crew, so Sean's over here, and another gentleman has taken over
the
center ref position.
Well, in that center ref spot, especially in the game that we just watched for the boys,
yeah,
was probably the fastest paced game we've seen all year.
Yeah.
They were cooking it up and down the pitch, ladies and gentlemen. And this one's not going to be any different. Talking to the PA guys earlier, and I just we have a fast contest tonight. We had a fast contest earlier. It's going to be big.
Nice.
But that's what you want when you're playing. When both of your soccer squads are ranked in the top 10 in the state.
Yep. Our Bees have the ball in the 18, but long shot cleared by Gabby Hill.
And I'm sure this defense has had some tough times. It cannot be good for your confidence to lose back-to-back games.
No.
But they're resilient. These ladies are tough.
Yep. Here comes the Carly the other way, looking to get the ball through to they're going to keep pushing up there, as I think that's foul there, and they will call it. Foul was on Stark, Ava Starkey.
Well, she was the one being fouled.
Yeah, she was being fouled. I meant being fouled, yeah. As Carly
good ball there from Carly.
Gets through that, but good step there by the Bees and good carry. It's going to get through Dunn, but here comes Martina. She turns it outside off the Bees defender, but the Bee will keep it in, and she'll try to look to see. Nice move there, but good job by Martina, tracking back and clearing the ball for the Eagles. As Chloe Ashby's there fighting for the ball with Ava Starkey, gets the possession, gets up to Carly. Carly's going to look opposite there, but didn't have time. But here comes Ashby again.
She's pushing and got a lot of injury tonight.
trying to see who's up there on the far wing, because obviously they're looking to try to set her at the top.
It looks like Olivia Lowther.
No,
No,
that's
Olivia's
not,
deeper.
I'm
Never
actually
mind.
Olivia deeper. That's not Olivia. Is that 4? Oh, that's Williams, isn't it? If that's 4, that's Haley Williams. Okay. Because that's.
Well, they've kind of been interchanging this whole season so far, like switching sides and.
Well, it's based on matchups, what you see, in the film, who you're going up against. Nice step by the defender, but Karat's able to get the throw in here. So, just to give you some background, East Fairmont, they come in with a record of 3-1-2, 3 wins, 1 loss, 2 ties. Played really tough competition. Their last game was a win over North Marion. They beat them 1-0.
And that's no easy contest.
That's not an easy contest. This reminds me of a story, because anytime I think of the North Marion girls soccer team is Rich Rodriguez's, I guess, brother was the head coach at the time of the soccer team up there. And they were facing another school, and I was coaching the boys team, but they were the girls team at the time. And it's one of those games where they were probably supposed to win pretty easily, but they were struggling that night for whatever reason. It was one of those. You had those games where let's see how this goes, though. Can Chloe Ashby get on the end of that?
Great closing speed from Chloe Ashby. That was really nice.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, and so well, anyways, the game was tight, and it wasn't and I guess the North Marion fans had such invective that night that the Coach Rodriguez had to go over and tell his fans to be quiet, because the ref was about to card the whole fan. So, kind of an interesting story. But they work really hard up there. Really good team at North Marion, so that was a good win for the Bees. Like I said, RCB coming up a couple losses, the very tough teams. Nice ball by Lowther, but Sturm just can't quite get on the end of it. And that'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. So with just about 34 minutes left in the first half, RCB and the East Fairmont Bees are tied 0-0. RCB has been able to get a couple chances up here, but just hasn't been able to put anything strong on goal yet. As the nice header by Olivia Lowther, as both teams are trying to feel each other out in this top 10 heavyweight fight. You always don't want to make that first mistake, and I think that's the thing, is that both teams might be a little tentative right now, trying not to make that mistake. Good step, though, by the Bees, but that will go out of bounds, and RCB will get the throw in, but deep in their own end. It looks like RCB is about to sub in. I guess Carly must have come out. I did not see that, but that's where Sturm came in, so. See, that ball will go out, and we have a substitution, as Carly will come in for McKenna Lucas will take a seat. That seems more like especially this early with a player like Carly. That was more, I think the coach saw something, wanted her to come over, and so discuss something. And it's like, hey, I'm seeing this. I want you to do this, and so that way, just kind of get the game plan together. Because in soccer, you can't call timeouts and bring your team over there. So he's like, well, I'll bring the one player I need. I'll talk to him. We'll see if we can go from there. As I believe that's Haley Williams trying to play it up, as Chloe Ashby will try to pressure the ball here. But nice play by the Bees. But Ashlyn Smith does a good job stepping in front, but it will go off of her, and it will be a Bees throw about 30-yard line here. Like I said, the big key to RCB tonight is going to have to be they're going to have to find a way to hold some possession here. They had issues trying to put any pressure on the Bridgeport keeper on Thursday, so hopefully the Eagles will be able to find a way to. Nice ball up to Karatz. Karatz gives it to Ashby. Ashby making a really nice play. I think he's but good job by the Bees there, kind of using their numbers and their bodies to shield her away. But that will be a throw-in with 31 minutes to go. RCB and the Bees still tied 0-0. As Jaden Sturm will try to get it, but she's dispossessed, but gets it to Lowther. Lowther will give it back to Hill, who plays it up. That long ball that worked very effectively for the Bees in the first game for the boys. So, not a bad idea to try it here if you're the Lady Eagles. And there's that ball, that run ball, but deep throw. Dangerous position, though. Even if you win the deep throw, it can be dangerous because if you give a possession here, you can go straight to goal. So you got to be very careful if you're the Eagles on this throw-in. And nice throw in there by Gabby. Gets all the way to Carly. Carly will play it up and see if we can get someone. I think it's that Haley Williams that was forcing the Bees to kick it out. So 30 minutes and a little bit cooking here for the Eagles. As can Gabby get up there and meet it? She does, but unfortunately she plays it out. But at least, good job getting up there and at least not allowing a counterattack to continue. As Martina with the header. Let's see if they'll keep it in there. I believe that was Williams keeping it in. And here comes Lowther. Gets it over to, was that Ashby? No, that wasn't Ashby. That was not Starkey. Starkey to Ashland to Ashby. And as falls out on the Eagles Bees throw-in. Good step by Ashlyn Smith. Gets it to Chloe Ashby, who gets it to Starkey, who tries to get over to Slowther, but it does get to Gabby Hill, but that's played out. As RCB, I like what I'm seeing. They just need to, maybe they're being a little too direct. Maybe try to make an extra pass there to link up between the deep midfield and the forwards. They're kind of trying to go straight from the defense straight to offense, and it can work at times. But I'd like to see them try to find a go between maybe Starkey or Ashby to link up to those players in the front. But penalty here in a kick deep in the territory, as the Bees will have an opportunity here to try to get one here. As number 9 for East Fairmont, Carly Ice will take this kick. Good step by the Eagles. Good job by Karatz to play it out. Can Ashby get to it? She can, but she couldn't keep possession. But it was a good effort. Way to clear it. That's what you got to do there. Get it out of danger and see if you can win here. Good step by Dunn. As here comes, as way to come back there for, I believe, I think that is Haley Williams, or is that McKenna Lucas? It's Haley. As with 27.5 minutes to go, the Eagles are looking here, trying to see if they can find a way to hold possession. They've done a good job keeping these Bees at bay. Jaden tries to play it up there, but stepped in there. Through ball here. Martina does a good job, though, tracking it to get it to keep it from the offensive player. Carly's going to play through. Here comes Haley Williams up the sidelines. She's going to get there. Can she find it? She's going to shoot. And, great stop by the keeper. And that will keep it 0-0 as Zoe Boyles, the senior, does a good job coming out, cutting down the angle and getting that. But that was a great ball by Karatz, and Haley was on there, and that was something good. It was good play all around, just couldn't quite find the finish. As I'll be off as Bird will try to go back the other way as Jaden Sturm and Ashby come up for Brooklyn Washington and McKenna Lucas. Brooklyn Washington had a game last Tuesday against Philip Barber. She looked very good, scoring and giving a lot of trouble to those to that to the Philip Barber defense, and so hopefully we'll see similar effort tonight against a very talented East Fairmont Beast. Here comes McKenna Lucas. She might be able to get there. She's tackled, but they're not going to call anything, and the Bees will play it out. That could have gone either way, though. It was kind of a collision. I think maybe McKenna got there first, but it is a tough call there. As RCB will still have the ball, but it was a good run by Lucas there to try to get there. As here comes Lowther. Lowther trying to play it a little too far over the top, and this one will go out of bounds for the goal kick with 25 minutes to go. RCB and the Bees are knotted up at nothing still, as these two heavyweight prize fighters are going back and forth. But the last few minutes, RCB's done a good job of keeping it down here, so hopefully they can get some payoff here and get one in the back of the net, as they've seemed to have a bit of the better play these last couple minutes. As here comes, the Bees are making a substitution, as they're trying to bring someone, because RCB's has been kind of going hard at that left side with those long balls, so trying to bring some fresh legs to keep over there for the Bees. As Carly will win it, and she's going to go. She's going to take a one-time. Oh, just a little too hard. Most players, I don't know if I like that shot, but Carly, with her skill, and I've seen her make shots like that and her strength, I don't think that's a bad shot on her part. She had the opening. She could step into it. Just couldn't quite get it on target. But it was not a bad effort. So at 24 minutes ago, there's still nothing, but RCB applying pressure to these Bees and see if they can try to notch that first goal of the game. Good step by, I believe, Haley Williams. And here comes Ava Starkey as she will try to work with, but here comes McKenna Lucas. Can they get it to, as they'll go the other way, though. Can Gabby stop it? But unfortunately, Gabby was not able to stop the counterattack. Oh, she's on. And it's one-on-one. Can Dunn get there? Look at that slide tackle. Great slide tackle by Dunn. If she doesn't get a piece of that, that's a goal. Great job by Dunn to find a way. That's what the sweeper's job is, though. When that ball gets by, they sweep it. They get it away. So great job by Dunn there, as she will also, I believe that was Dunn playing it out there. Senior so McKenna Lucas, good job tracking back for the ball. And RCB, good play by Martina Howe. She's going to dispossess, see if she can get it up to, good pass to Carly. Carly's going to try to one-time it over to McKenna Lucas. Good thought, just a little too far. Plus, I think the East Fairmont player was kind of already running in that direction. Maybe take another touch before playing that ball but that was a great thought, though, by Carly. Okay. So 23 minutes to go. Big game here, big conference game for both of these teams, as RCB will look to get its first conference win of the season, as they have taken on arguably two of the best teams of the conference in Bridgeport and Philip Barber. It just hasn't had the ability to put enough in, as once again, though, taking on the number 6 Bees, as the schedule does not get any easier for these Eagles. As here comes Washington, as Martina tries to clear it, but doesn't quite get enough, as Olivia will step up, and as Starkey will try to go. Good moves by Starkey, played off of the Bees, and we are still about halfway through the first half. It's still nothing, but now the Bees are starting to get some offense going. See if RCB can find a way to, but she's dispossessed. Gabby will take it, tried it, and she will get it all the way to Carly. Carly, nice touch there. She's going to play it through. Haley Williams is on. She's behind. Can she do it? She's got her. She shoots. She scores!
Sorry, Steve.
I hit capture replay.
Okay, I got you.
All right. What a play. What a ball by Carly Karatz. Right into Haley's line. Perfectly placed. And she just went by and buried it. It was just one of those things where she put it in a nice place.
Put it in her stride, and she found the corner.
There's a yellow card. Is there a yellow card? I think the Beast just got a yellow card. I thought I saw a yellow card in the guy's head. I wonder what happened.
I don't know. Let me see if we can find it on the replay.
Yeah. Because, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I swore I saw something yellow in his hands. Maybe it's just the lights, but.
I don't know about that, Steve.
Because he did send someone off. Obviously, though, it being a yellow card, the Bees are at full strength, and they do have their full 11 right now still. But
that was a great goal.
That was great. I mean, what they did so well. Oh, here comes another chance. Great ball. Was that Olivia Lowther playing
out
that
to Brooklyn, Washington?
As give, though, the defender credit. Great job there. What happened there was they played the ball in, and I've talked about how, as a defender, when you have to turn and run, it just takes so much longer than if you're an offensive player when you're already running that straight line. And that's what happened there. Played the ball behind. Haley, because of that, and her overall great speed, just beat her around the corner and found a way to put it in. And RCB will be up. Oh, a little miscommunication there.
From Brooklyn and Carly.
Well, Carly, but
it'll be all right. Listen, we talked about this in the pregame. They didn't score against Bridgeport.
Yep.
They got to get goals.
Yep. They create opportunities, and they put it on goal. And in this case, they put it in. It was a great counterattack.
That's a great counterattacking goal.
Yeah, because the Bees had actually started to put – now, RCB has done a great job of holding possession, but in that case, the Bees were starting to get there. But as soon as they went up, nice ball by Gabby out to Carly, and once Carly got it, she knew exactly what to do with it.
Carly is a very gifted technical player.
Yes, she is.
And sometimes it's hard to see that because she's so tall. Woo, what a turn from Alyssa Dunn. And, you don't realize how rapid and how smart she is as a technical number 9.
Yeah. Because most people think, oh, she's up there because she's fast and she's strong and she's tall. And, yes, she's all those things, but they miss – I think they do – they see that and think, well, that's her strengths, but actually when the ball at her feet, she is as technically gifted as anybody we've seen this year. She's only a junior, so we still got her for another year. As nice ball by Dunn there, but the Bees will win that one, and we'll see as I'll get by here. But can Alyssa? There's it is again. She's got that nice little cut. Oh, but unfortunately,
she's good with close control.
Yep.
That is why you can put Alyssa Dunn basically anywhere. Because she's good with the ball at her feet, and she's quick with it.
Yep. I mean, we saw a couple of times last year when they needed a goal late, they put Dunn up. Oh, great ball by Lowther to Washington, but it's played out. But hey, if nothing else, it gets him a deep throw here in a dangerous situation. So great job, Washington. I mentioned earlier Washington having such a great game against Philip Barber last Tuesday, where she really
she really put on a show.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that she's young. It's hard to replicate that.
Yeah.
It is hard to come back night after, especially as a sophomore. In your first season where you're getting serious minutes, to really assert yourself.
Yeah.
That's a better word.
Yeah. Hannah Burnett has come in, so another freshman getting some playing time here for the Eagles. Obviously, Haley Williams, the other freshman, was the one with the goal, so freshmen have already kind of made a nice little staple on the game already. So with 17 minutes to go, we'll see. Oh, it's going to be actually an RCB throw-in.
What? Oh, be thankful that they didn't call that back.
Yep. As Lowther will get it over to, was that Trip? Is that Trippett there or no? Sorry, no. How's up there? Okay, I can. No, wow, that was. I think that's Haley dropping all the way back there. She's everywhere.
She's a really dynamic player.
Yep.
She's got a lot of good foot skills. She's fast. She's kind of like, you want a wing player that can get up and down like that. She plays really high, so she's not always involved in the defense.
Great job there by Alyssa Dunn of stopping the counterattack there and to give, and also winning RCB throw-in. So great job on her part. She does a great job at that sweeper position.
Absolutely.
She how many times it seems like maybe there's something cooking for the other team, and all of a sudden she just comes over and just sweeps it away.
Right.
Nathaniel Zinn was our sweeper, and I don't know how many goals. We probably would have given up double-digit goals if he wasn't back there, it seemed like.
I'm going to tell you something.
Yeah.
I learned in my one season playing with Nathaniel Zinn, I learned a lot about playing defense.
Yep.
He was tops.
As Brooklyn Washington will draw the foul there, and so RCB will have a nice position here, as I think they're going to let Lowther take it, which is probably a good choice. She's got that nice ball in.
Right. Well, and I would like to see Carly. I know why Carly's taking that every time, but it is harder to defend a girl that tall.
Yes.
Well,
I mean, if you put a ball in a certain place, what can you do? It's kind of like in football. Why do coaches want to get those tall wide receivers? Because then when they take on that 5'11" cornerback, the guy could be right on them, just throw it higher. It's like, okay.
Right. Well, it's like we were talking about in the last game. You know, if you put it in the right place, somebody that tall just is not going to have a chance.
Exactly. So with less than 15 minutes to go, RCB up 1-0 off of a great assist by Carly Krotz and goal by Haley Williams, and RCB in this top 10 matchup against the Bees.
It has lived up to the hype, Steve.
Yeah, about to say, two teams looking very skilled. I think that this is a game that obviously this is going to come down to the wire. Hopefully RCB can keep playing the way they're playing right now. I really like the way we're playing, but, these Bees aren't going to go anywhere. So.
No. We are going to be running the whole night.
Yeah. As Chloe Ashby tries to play it through, as Dunn will come over, try to play it up, as Hannah Burnett will fight for it, but that's going to be off of her, and it's going to go the other way. As Chloe Ashby's been very active in this first half, too. And there's Dunn again with another ball up. As here comes Olivia Lowther. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, no, it's just like I think we're seeing a little bit better. Like the early part of this half, it looked like the Bees were just gonna hammer in the press, and really, I was kind of surprised that it didn't turn into a goal.
Well, I think so far RCB's done a good job. How about this? I wouldn't say at this point there's not really an opportunity. I think that the Bees have gotten that. I'd be like, well, that should have been a goal. Sometimes. Yeah. You watch the game and be like, well, it's nothing, but, man, that one team had a wide open shot they just missed. But and to this point, the defense has done a good job of, there's been a couple of times where it's been close, but like I said, Dunn's done a great job of maybe being that last two, and Hal has done a great job of also as well. It's such a positive thing when you have two athletes of that caliber in your back middle, that they make up for so many mistakes and can make up for so many issues that could possibly happen because, having someone with that type of speed, here comes Chandy Currents, and she'll pick that one up as the Bees player did a good job there, but Chandy does a good job coming off her line and winning that. Nice punt by Chandy. Can Hannah hold it in? Not quite, but it was a good effort. As here comes a throw-in, since both teams are subbing, they will allow the sub. On
a night like tonight, you got to sub pretty actively.
Yeah. As Haley Williams actually is going to come off, and Jaden Sturm's going to come in, and Karatz is going to come off, and Ava Starkey's going to come in. So we're going to try to get those two some rest here, up a goal, hoping that you can bring them back in here and later with some fresh legs. Almost a high kick, but because Hannah was ducking her head in, I can understand why they didn't make that call.
You got to get your people a little rest.
Yep. Well, the women do not have quite as many, only 2 games this week, because Thursday we talked about the boys, they're taking on Notre Dame. Well, Notre Dame does not have a girls team because they are co-ed. So the boys will play Thursday, but the girls will not. So their next game is until Saturday against Nicholas County, which will be here as well.
Yes, absolutely.
But that means since you got a few games, I might as well run your legs off tonight against this top team and see if you can get a win, because you got a couple games of rest, a couple days of rest before the next one.
Well, and I think that might be why you're seeing a little bit more of the little dynamic speed duo on the outside. As
here comes Lowther does a nice job playing it back to Dunn. Dunn plays it up, and here comes Sturm.
I think one thing that I've noticed in the last couple of games, Steve, is last year they really felt like a disjointed team. I didn't feel like there was a lot of cohesion. There is definitely smart play by Alyssa Dunn.
Alyssa Dunn, yeah, because
two Lady B attackers on either side, get the ball out of there.
Yeah, I would say we've said it how many times. Just it's not. There's people talk about the 3 things they do with the ball. I always say there's 4 things. The 3 they always talk about is dribble, pass, shoot. The 4th one is clear. If you're a defender, that's one you got to remember. Is sometimes, because people say you shouldn't just kick a ball, and you're right. You never should kick a ball, but everything should be with intention. But sometimes the point of the play is just we got to get it out of this area into an area where it's not dangerous, and that's a clear, And sometimes that's what you got to do when you're a defender. It's in the box. We got to get it out of the box. That's all we're thinking about right now.
For sure. Well, and that's I don't like the phrase last ditch defending, because that is not indicative of a team that's in control.
Oh, they're saying Brooklyn, Washington with an illegal throw there.
I don't know that I agree with that.
It was fast. I didn't really. You don't usually watch the throw-ins. You're usually listening more. So I can't say what the problem was. No, I will say this.
No, but if you can watch it enough to call it a bad call, you can watch it.
Well, and here's the thing.
I've always. How
about this? Sean Clayton's a guy. He's been one of those that calls more bad throws than most refs. And that's something.
He's a stickler.
He's a stickler to that. And while other people would not call that, he might call it. So it's something that maybe you need to let your players know that if you're on his side, okay, as
you better watch it.
Brooklyn, Washington tries to put some pressure there. The Bees defender does the right thing and turns it out and just plays it out with 8.5 minutes to go. RCB with a 1-0 lead over the East Fairmont Bees. Starkey with the ball tries to hold possession, but she is swarmed by the Bees, and as here comes Ashlyn Smith, or no, that's Chloe Ashby, sorry, does a good job using her body there to shield the defender.
Well, here we are into open space. Oh, got to have a better touch there.
Yeah. Got to get a little bit of a touch if you're Hannah, but, freshman, those things will come. Long ball on the outside. I think this is just going to run, and that will go out for an RCB corner as the Bees, the same head coach, I believe, of both the boys and the girls Bees team. So, we saw how the East Fairmont boys love those long diagonal balls. I would not be surprised if the girls do the same thing, because when you have the same coach, he's got a certain philosophy.
Well, and sometimes he's got a certain philosophy. Sometimes you don't have the same talent, though.
To be fair, that is true. Sometimes that you got, it depends on. You might be a triple option guy, but if you're giving Tom Brady as your quarterback, you're going to throw the football.
Right. If you've got a dominating inside player, you're going to
long shot by the Bees there. Great stop by Tandy. Way to come up, get it, and not allow it to bounce out, as that was probably, I'd say, the first real good opportunity for the Bees tonight. to score.
Well, and you know what? Like, Shandy she played right there. She played the right ball and it did the right thing.
Yeah. As Chloe Ashby watched that go out and try to get, as Carly Karatz, I guess she snuck back on the field. She's a ninja.
She's a ninja for sure. 6 foot whatever.
Yeah, I better say she has to be somewhat stealth. She can sneak on the field without me seeing her.
What a ball! Come on, Brooklyn Washington, get there, Brooklyn Washington.
She's gonna get there. She's gonna get there, but can she?
Cut it back and put it in the.
Oh, they're gonna call offsides? No, wait. So I'm sorry. The whistle. I'm sorry. There's Pee Wee football behind us. I hear a whistle, and
we thought it was a call.
Yeah, we thought maybe they're calling an offsides or something.
I was being. We got the Flying Eagle men's football team also is our boys football team.
Yeah,
is also
I believe the little Eagles are behind us, having a good practice. Obviously, good for them. I hope they're having fun.
Busy night.
Yep, always busy night up here on One Eagle Way when you're on
campus at Robert Seabird High School.
Doug Layfield Lane, right?
Yes, Dougie Layfield Lane.
Yep.
An active, active like Dougie. Dougie's always moving.
Yep.
But Steve, Brooklyn Washington, I think is just having a frustrating night. Good step there by Olivia Lowther to get in front of the defender or in front of the attacker. Excuse me.
As she will try again as we played in again as I believe Martina though will get enough there. Sometimes that wasn't obviously. That's probably not what she was looking for, but you just got to get your body in front, behind it, and just make sure wherever it goes, it's going to go away from danger zone, And that's what she did there. So, good job of – that hit her arm, but they're not going to call it. Kind of a weird angle, though. There you go. There's Brooklyn Washington fighting. Good job, Brooklyn.
Listen, don't think I'm questioning Brooklyn – Washington's hustle. Brooklyn Washington's hustling tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Nice job by Ava Starkey. Gets it up to Carly, but Carly can't find it, and Gabby will try to settle it, and nice one touch there by Olivia Lowther to try to get up to, I believe, McKenna Lucas. And Gabby will knock it out there. So with about 4 minutes to go, the Eagles and the Bees are – as it's 1-0 Eagles, but the Bees are starting to push forward here and try and see if they can get the tying goal here before half.
They're kind of coming in waves. They like have sat back, but then they've they're not retreating back into their half. Like they're gonna also assert where they need to be.
The key is RCB. They're doing a good job, obviously, getting the ball out. But if they could try to find a way to get to someone in that mid spot, they just haven't been able to find lately that linking player from the defense to the offense. So
right, and I think part of that is Olivia Lowther being so deep.
Yep, and
Olivia's been sitting pretty far back.
As dangerous play here, I didn't quite. I guess they
thought
over the back. I guess
Maybe.
They claimed over the back. I don't think that was egregious, but at the same time, it was the call made, and so. Can RCB clear it?
Oh, we got a goal from. That's heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking. Yeah, it just it bounced around, and then.
Not a whole lot you can do about that one.
Yeah, I mean, I think actually it was RCB was trying to clear it, and it just she kicked it off the East Fairmont player, and it just it was just a bad bounce because obviously it went really high and just right over Shandy Currents.
Well, and that's tough.
That is tough.
But they've been asking for it. They've been pushing for it.
Yep. The good job of putting that ball in a dangerous spot. That's basically what they did there. Just put in a dangerous spot and hope that they can get on the end of it, and they did. And just get a nice little bounce, and sometimes that's all it takes. Nice try by Starkey was looking for Lowther, but good step there as, here comes another chance for the Bees. But can Alyssa Dunn, she gets to it.
She made a, oh, my goodness, decision.
Yeah. That almost went to the offensive player, but fortunately it was just able to get. And here comes Lowther trying to calm things down, basically, and just like get it out of there and just.
Well, and get them to the half.
Yeah, we'll see if they can try to get them get their defense set.
For
as
sure.
it's going to get past as it gets there, but fortunately, since it wasn't touched, it will go out here, and RCB will have a goal kick with 1:50 to go.
Well, and take all the time you need for this one.
Yeah.
Well, and I could tell it looks like Chandy's pretty frustrated, and I can understand why.
Yeah.
Because she's played really well.
Yep.
But
I mean, there's not much you can do there. It was a perfectly looped over her head. It stinks, but there's nothing she could have done. And really, the defense did the best they could. It's just sometimes the ball just doesn't bounce the way you want it to.
Right, or the way it should.
Yeah. Jaden Stern will try to get up to McKenna Lucas, but Lucas will be
But I think you're absolutely right. Like they don't have that middle three for RCB is not playing well in transition.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, my
That was
gosh.
a long ball there, but with 56 seconds, it will go out, and Dunn will be taking the goal kick here.
And I think that, we've seen it before. Like, I thought Ava and Jaden played really well in transition for a couple games, but I think some of it is confidence. I think some of it is some difficulty in people playing in transition and having possession in transition.
Can Haley get to good thought there, but Haley just couldn't quite get on the end of that one. Obviously, still 22 seconds. Who knows if you would have had enough time to score. But as the Eagles will try to get here with 14 seconds to go, I think you just got to play it up here to Carly and see what happens. If you're Carly, if you can see if you can get one go here, but unfortunately, I think the clock's going to run out here with 3, 2, 1, and that will be it as we go to the half with the score: Robert Seabird 1, East Fairmont 1. So coming out into the second half, like I said, if I were RCB, the one thing I would look for is try to see about maybe trying to have see if you can get your midfielders to push out just a little bit, or at least have someone in that gap between the defense and your offensive players to try to see if you can try to link that up.
Well,
a little bit
just
more.
do some. You've got to have something. I don't see the struggle that I have. I think earlier in the season we saw a lot of like a plan.
Yeah.
It was get the ball to Olivia in the middle, or get the ball to Ava in the middle, or Jaden in the middle, and then look for the speed that you had on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And and we would look for Haley, or look for Brooklyn, or look for Chloe, and then Carly would cut the angle, and try for these near post goals, or try to crash from the back.
Yeah.
And I don't see that tonight.
Yep, not yet.
Not yet, and that can be some confidence.
Yeah.
That can be some like it's humid. It's 8:30 at night. You've had a full day at school. You're tired.
Yep.
And I think that is that is a tough thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're gonna step away here as for halftime. You're watching the Robert C. Byrd streaming network.
Harrison County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Sports has taught me how to handle hard situations and how to handle pressure.
The idea of being part of a team, having to work with people, that happens in everyday life.
Organization becomes important. Plus, it's kind of exciting now, trying to help the younger kids.
My reason why is competition.
My reason why is passion.
My reason why is for my school and for my team.
Harrison County Schools has a long-standing tradition of providing outstanding educational opportunities for its students. Comprised of 24 schools, our district serves the needs of pre-K through 12th grade students throughout Harrison County. Providing a safe, supportive learning environment for all, we offer a well-planned, comprehensive curriculum designed to meet the needs of every student at every grade level. The elementary curriculum emphasizes core subjects augmented by music, art, health, integrated technology offerings, and physical education. Middle school students are introduced to programs, career counseling, and coursework that will help them make the transition to high school. Our high schools offer a broad and challenging curriculum to meet diversified needs and prepare our students for future careers or post-secondary education. Advanced placement honors, as well as dual credit partnerships, are available through local universities. Healthy Grand Families is a free initiative to provide information and resources to grandparents who are raising grandchildren. Healthy Grand Families is a partnership with Harrison County Schools, Family Services of Harrison County, and United Way. Harrison County Schools, where all are leaders and all are learners.
Sports has taught me how to handle hard situations and how to handle pressure.
The idea of being part of a team, having to work with people, that happens in everyday life.
Organization becomes important. Plus, it's kind of exciting now, trying to help the younger kids.
My reason why is competition.
My reason why is passion.
My reason why is for my school and for my team.
Stiff arm in midfield, down the near side sideline to the 30, the 20, the 10. They're not going to get him. It's a Robert C. Byrd touchdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here on the Robert C. Byrd Streaming Network. I'm Gabe Rhodes.
I'm Stephen Kennedy.
Well, Steve, now we talked about it a little bit off air. You have to get a result tonight.
Yes.
You have to get a result tonight. You're going to need to be, because of the slate of games that you've got coming up, and especially because you have that layoff to Saturday, you have got to play to win tonight, at least for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got, like I said, whether it's you got to try to see if you can get that win because you're coming off a couple of losses. Like I said, no shade on on who you lost to. Most teams in the state would be 0-2 if they had to go up against those two teams. But, you lose like those two games, and if you can't find a way to win tonight or even get a result, there's some other tough teams coming up on RCV's schedule. It's not an easy schedule, and you don't want to get – because sometimes you have teams that are playing well. They lose a couple games against tough teams, and then all of a sudden they start lowering their head, and you worry about that, Now, I don't think that would necessarily happen to this team, but you always worry about that. So it's always nice if you can just find a way to win tonight and kind of get that confidence back, get that.
Well, and I think you're starting to see a little creep of that.
Yeah.
I mean, you have in that midfield three of Lowther, Sturm, and Starkey, you have probably the three of the most dynamic and imposing players on your team. Ava Starkey is a great box-to-box midfielder, but we haven't seen it tonight. So is Jaden. Jaden is solid.
Yeah.
I don't know that I like the idea of playing Olivia as this deep line regista, like the deep line creator.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't follow Italian soccer.
I mean, how about this? At this point in 1-1, I don't have a problem with it right now, but especially later in the game, if you're either still tied or hopefully not behind, but if you are behind, I think you need to push her forward because
I honestly think that if I were Coach Sturm right now,
that ball's going to get through.
Chandy can Good job, Chandy. Yeah. Honestly, I would have inverted it and have Olivia sitting behind Carly.
Yeah.
And I can understand why you wouldn't, because Carly does come deep, like if she does drop deep into to receive the ball and move, and you don't want to have both of your creators that tight.
As Martina Howe does a good job of fighting for the ball, Martina. As Brooklyn Washington tries, but unfortunately it's played off of her for a throw-in for the Bees. So with just a minute to go, the Bees have already looked somewhat dangerous, and here comes another opportunity as she's going to look here. Good job by Sturm to not allow her to turn, but they were still in dangerous territory, but Sturm will clear. Nice touch by Brooklyn Washington.
Would have liked to see something a little different in the past, but this is the assertion we need from Ava Starkey. She has got to step out like that, and she's got to carry the ball a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe she's nervous about doing that, or she doesn't want to get the ball taken from her. But the transition game for RCB tonight is stuttering pretty hard.
Yep.
That may be exhaustion too.
Yep. I mean, these girls have had to play some really tough opponents, and it does wear on you. Here comes Lowther. She's going to try to see if she can, but good job staying in front of her for the Bees. But Lowther's going to. But her and number 12 there, Ali Comas, had a nice little battle. But
that's an interesting basketball battle, too.
Yep.
The
Bees last year were, both teams, obviously RCV won the sectional, and the Bees were a pretty solid girls basketball team. There's one girl on that team that averaged, 20 points a game or something like that? I can't remember who that was.
I think it was Ali Comas.
I think it might have been Ali Comas, yeah.
But
I just couldn't remember the name, but that was she's a heck of a player in both sports.
The struggle here for Bird is the speed of transition.
Yeah.
There is no one currently for Carly Karats to pass to, and she just by her own foot skills. Now that was a ball.
Yep. That was an interesting ball there. It was good thought because it's one of those things where everyone looked where her eyes were, which was toward Ava. So I was thinking, okay, she's going to pass it over to Ava, but then she kind of slipped it, and sometimes that can, if you can use your eyes to move the defender, and almost work there. Just maybe a little hard on the pass to Carly, but it's a good thought. Martina tries to get it to Lowther, but Lowther does a good job tracking back, gets it to Dunn. Dunn will try to clear it up to Haley.
Farther, yeah. It's just like
can Haley get to it? She's going to fight to it.
Listen, again, Haley Williams is the
Ooh, nice little heel there by was that Ashby or Ashlyn Smith?
I think it was Ashlyn Smith.
Yep.
Just some weird,
Gabby Hill
playing.
She just couldn't quite get to pass it over, say, to Brooklyn there. But man, that was a
tough play there for sure.
Yeah, but she definitely worked herself out. It seems very quickly, but we're almost 5 minutes into the second half. Doesn't seem like it's been that long, but this half is moving, and we're still 1-1 as the Eagles and the Bees in this top 10 matchup are battling here, as the first sub of the half will be a B.
Well, and the nice thing that I see here also is to watch Jaden Sturm on the backside here, talking about positioning.
Yeah.
Talking about shape, and I think that pointing people in a direction, pointing people where they need to go.
As trying to play as the Bees there, good head by Lowther, but she can't win it. It just seems like the big thing is RCB just needs to connect some more passes, because it seems like one pass maybe, and then the next pass it's being taken, and you gotta try to string some together. As is that Lucas or no? I think that was Williams again over there. Good run by her, and I think she forced the throw. Yep, it's a throw-in. As I can't tell who is taking the throw from this far away. I think that's Smith, Ashlyn Smith. As Sturm will wasn't quite able to get to Karats, and here come the Bees. Fortunately, it goes out, and RCB will be able to take possession. Foul there on the Bees, and Lowther. Okay, here's a chance here. Past midfield. Now, little professional play here for the Bees, as one of their players is standing right in front of Olivia to make sure she couldn't take it quickly. it's as she takes a 9-yard. Usually it's 10, but if you look at the yard markers from the football field, it's clearly 9. As Gabby, just a little too hard. I would like to see her try to maybe just look for somebody there. But at the same time, going for goal. See if she can try to connect with somebody. Header there. Looks like it's going to come right back to the keeper. And RCB, as the Bees here, as RCB is trying to see if they can get something working, as comes another winning header by Olivia Lowther. As 33 minutes ago, RCB and the Bees kind of going back and forth here. No one's really.
It's been a punch counter punch kind of thing.
Yeah, very say. So there's been times where it seems like the Bees have kind of had us RCB on the back foot, and vice versa. So as
it's been a we knew it was going to be a battle. Remember, it's a 6-7 matchup, so of course they're going to be tough.
Absolutely.
Of course they're going to be tough.
Yep.
But that's again, like we were talking about earlier. That's why you want to play. You don't want to play the guys that you're going to beat 22-0.
Yep.
You want to play the team that you might beat, you might not.
Well, when
iron sharpens iron.
Yep. And when the time comes, this is all to worry about is the sectional. You got to get ready for the sectional. And we got that huge test with Philip Barber in the section, as well as teams like Grafton. Liberty's always solid in girls soccer, especially with Coach
That's
Verlaine.
a nice ball there.
Nice
out
ball
in the
there.
corner.
But there's
Great
Dunn
cutout.
again.
Great cutout.
Oh, is that was done. I thought Dunn does a great job cutting out to slow down the pace of the game. So 31 and a half minutes to go. Can the Eagles stem the tide of this run here and get some offense going the other direction? As the Bees will try to nice throw in as it goes across. Sturm does a good job of winning it, but it's right in front of the goal. They're going to call a high kick, I believe, there because the B player kind of was a bit high there. So RCB will win the free kick and get this ball out of the danger zone.
Well, and sometimes that pressure release valve is what you need.
Yep. As unfortunately, here comes the Bees, though, the other way. Long shot. Great stop and good job by Dunn to track back and to make sure that to clear it out. But it's still not out of danger. Can Gabby, and here comes Martina Howe. Good job, Martina. Can get it to Carly. Can Carly, she's got,
She was looking for that ball. But she's
offsides, but they're not
calling it. Even if she gets to that, well, but it was probably one of those, if she'd gotten to it, they'd have called it.
Yeah.
Because she's definitely, now, that was smart. She was looking for the line. Like, was she going to?
Yeah. Well, she
keep
was.
This pressure?
It's
Let's
just,
go.
what happened was
now
the first ball. They're going to call they called that one
Now,
off.
that one was not.
Yeah, I don't think that was offsides.
No. Makeup call, I guess. I don't know.
But to go back though, Chandy Curran's great stop on the shot there on the other end to keep RCB tied. That was with the kick save. It was a kick save and a beauty, as they would say in hockey. And so good job there to keep RCB in this game tied 1-1. Long ball. Dunn will get to it, but we'll see what happens. Ooh, almost is dispossessed, but does enough. But here comes. It's over Smith's head. There needs to be some communication there. Howe will take it. Good job with those two working it out.
But that's a problem. They have been better at communication before.
Yeah.
And I'm sure part of that problem is that they're dealing with a much faster front three.
Yeah.
They're having to defend a lot more space than they're used to. But they have got to talk, and they're not.
Yeah.
They're not, and there's a lot of yelling at each other and a lot of, hey, why didn't you do this? Got to sort that out, ladies.
Yeah.
and because they can do it, they're athletic.
Yeah. They just need to, and right there, I would say usually the way it is that it depends on what angle you're coming from. If someone's coming in and it's going either up the field or at least out to the outbounds area and you're in a defensive position, they should probably be the one to take control because they're the ones that has the best angle to clear or to at least get the ball out. Whereas if you're running back and you're running basically at your goal, you have a bad angle. So, now sometimes you just have to do what you can do because there's no other option. But if it's one of those where you have to talk, that's usually the person who needs to take control.
Well, and this is
as Brooklyn Washington will keep trying to battle here as Gabby's going to.
I think the problem here is that like Brooklyn is a speed demon.
Can Brooklyn get this one though? She might. Well, almost. It was a good effort there.
She's so fast and she covers so much space, but she has no support. There's sometimes the gap. I understand about like you don't want to be too tight to each other.
Yeah.
But there is Brooklyn Washington is on an island.
Yeah.
And she's not Darrell Revis.
Yeah. As RCB will win a throw here, but yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Do you think that the call is to defend deep against this East Fairmont team and try to get them on the counter?
I think that's probably what they're going for. I mean, that's what I would say is what they're doing. Whether that ends up being the right strategy, I mean, we'll see in about 27 minutes. But
right.
But I mean, it's not a bad strategy against a team of this caliber. I know a lot of teams that use it successfully. And here we go. RCB does have the opportunity here, and obviously doing the kind of the as the ref needs. Yeah, ref, you need to tell her 10 yards. Come on.
Count it off.
Yep.
Thank you.
But I say the East Fairmont player did the right thing. And
the professional
thing.
They're
you just
doing the saucy thing there.
Yeah, that's nothing against that, but the ref needs to step up and take care of it.
Right.
So Carly's going to see if. Good try going for Lowther, and that will go off there and it'll be a throw-in as Gabby Hill will take it. She's
no, you can't throw it there.
Now
I'm a little surprised by that, Steve.
What?
I thought she was offside.
Well, it's a throw-in. You can be. There's no offsides on a throw-in.
There's not. I thought
there's no offsides on a throw-in. Yeah. It's always been the rule, at least when I was.
That's a rule.
You cannot be offsides on a throw-in. Yeah.
Okay, so wait, who's taking this kick then? Now that's some saucy play by Carly. She's counting that off, and rightfully so. No, ref.
You didn't do your job.
You didn't do your. She knows exactly what you're not doing.
Yep.
I would love to see about where the B is in RCB if Carly could put the ball there. She gonna try for it. Listen, we've seen that before, Carly Carotz.
Yeah.
That was going to be a tough one, tough sale tonight.
If she could have gotten a little bit higher, maybe, but it's still gonna be tough against a team like East Fairmont. Good job by Brooklyn Washington. Gets it to Carly. Can Carly? And here comes as Martina will get it to.
Well, now, let me also say this. I appreciate gamesmanship. That's what that is.
Yep.
That is brinksmanship, gamesmanship, whatever you want to call it, of the highest order.
Yep.
We might have a different phrase for that on the field, but but it is you have to play like that sometimes, especially at a game where it's 6 versus 7.
Yep. 1-1, 25 minutes to go. So I mean, you're almost 3/4 through the game, and you're like I said, next goal was going to probably decide the game. I think most people would say, maybe, obviously maybe not, but it would be very hard for a team to come back at this point if they were to get down.
Well, and it's been like neither team has really had a lot of.
Oh no,
Steve, this is why we shouldn't.
Steve,
ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, Steve.
There's that long
big sigh.
That long diagonal ball once again.
Steve, he calls it out, and then somebody gets on their bike.
Yep.
Let me tell you, that was a great run from the
Yes.
East Fairmont player. I don't
Yep.
know what her number is. I can't really see from this distance.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, that was pretty solid.
Yeah.
And you have to be solid when you outrun Alyssa Dunn or Martina Howe. You've got to be pretty solid.
Well, in that case, though, what happens, I think Dunn was up a little bit, and so Dunn was not back, and I think that's what happened there.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, she's fast.
Yes, she is.
But I think the Bird has been a little bit better in possession this half.
Yep. Because another long one, but this time Dunn will be there to collect it up as Olivia tries to work. I believe that's McKenna Lucas there working hard, trying to good job staying in front, and winning a throw-in. So. Oh, are they going to call a foul there? I think they're calling a foul, so that's a kick.
This ref has been strange tonight.
I say he's called some things. To be fair, he's called it both ways. So.
He has. Now, let me tell you something, Steve. Also, let me take my cap off to Mr. Post, because you know what we haven't had this whole season. Every single game has had 3 refs.
Yeah.
We've yet to have a game where it's been 1 ref or 2 refs.
Yeah.
We may not always think the calls are right, but
well, they do their best.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we always know. Okay, Lowther will try to go there. Unfortunately, just a little far, and Brooklyn Washington couldn't quite get on the end of it. But good thought. Just try to.
Well, and
if she could have kept that on the ground, maybe a little bit more.
It's a lot. There have been a lot of these looping over the top kind of balls. And the trajectory just makes it when you hit a ball that's got that kind of like bell curve loft to it, it's like a center fielder going under a ball. It's easier to catch.
Yes.
But when you hit it flat or you hit it with a little bit more like spin, it's more difficult.
Well, it's the same thing with golf, right?
Yeah. Except with a lot more rage.
As Dunn does a good job there, can get it up to Karatz. Can Karatz lead the counterattack? She's going to try here. She gets it up to, I believe that's Starkey, or is that Ashby? It's hard to tell the difference between a 12 and 15 from across the field, but
sure.
Good step by Ashlyn Smith. As here comes as Gabby will do a good job clearing that.
It does the right, puts it in a place where like she's got another defender.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to set, and and it's interesting that Fairmont's not exactly like the East Fairmont Bees are not moving very fast to get the ball back in play.
Yeah. Well, both teams have really exerted a lot of energy now, and
it's been hot. But you have got to be careful with this girl playing in the center forward position. You have got to be careful.
Yeah, I say.
You can't be sloppy.
Yeah. Here comes
Bird has been pretty sloppy.
Yeah. Fortunately, it hasn't cost them anything yet. But the yet being the key word, they just need to try to tighten that up there. But especially most of those defenders, I think they've been on all game. I know I haven't seen ball played back, and as here comes. As good step by
Gabby
Hill to clear the lines there. Haley cannot there, but I would say push up here, see if you can mark someone. Because if you can win here off the throw-in, unfortunately it's off Ava Starkey, and we will be pushed, and they will give them a deeper throw. Because I was saying if you can win the throw-in there, you can go to goal the other way, maybe counterattack off that. But wasn't able. McKenna Lucas is going to try to get up to, as they're going to keep working it over there. It's got a lot of speed on that left side for East Fairmont, though. Ball, good job by Gabby Hill, though, as Dunn was not quite able to clear it. Now. Yes, good job.
That's a great ball. Now, where's that first? That first touch has got to be towards goal.
All right.
And
Someone, she didn't know someone's on the back. What I was saying was because I saw Haley making her run, and I was
right,
and
I
I knew
to
kind of time that because
and it's who else you would want, and nobody else on this Bird team, maybe Olivia, could thread the ball like.
Oh yeah, Kari did, but that's why I was just saying that if you heard me saying now, it's because I saw that she was making that run. But if you wait any longer, she's going to be offsides, or she's going to have to stop, and then you lose that momentum, and
that's what happened.
Yeah, so
and that kind of that right there kind of typifies the evening that RCB is having.
Yeah,
they're just kind of playing, and they've played hard. Tonight has been rough.
Well, I mean, like I said, and if you talk about, that's the difference in things. People will say, "Oh, that's but if you wait just a second longer, it does hurt the momentum of a play, and could be the difference between a very dangerous ball and a ball that just doesn't quite get there.
Yeah.
Because having the offense player have to slow up just that little bit because they won't want to be offsides, makes it so that they're not running full. Can Gabby keep it in? Yeah, good job by Gabby there to prevent the corner kick and to give up the throw in, because obviously if you
I almost would want a corner there, but maybe I'm a crazy person.
I mean I'll be honest with you, I don't think I would ever want a corner kick over a throw in.
Well,
but
it's just they're recycling and recycling and recycling in that corner. Like,
you're
gonna wear yourself out. And I kind of trust the defending, at least for the most part, of RCB on set pieces.
They have been looked good. I mean, to be fair though, the one goal for the Bees did come off a set piece.
Yeah, but
and that was a dangerous ball in, so they know they have someone who can put a dangerous ball right there. So, but at the same time, I see your point. We've been having some issues with recycling. Here comes Brooklyn Washington and Jaden Sturm back in, as RCB and the Bees are tied with 16 and a half minutes to go, and
in a very tight
contest, as that will be off of Karatz, and that will go back to the Bees. As like you said, they're not going quickly, but you can tell that the Bees are being very deliberative and trying to make sure, because they understand.
Well, and that's kind of my point with this, like, corner versus throw. They're deliberately going down the right.
Yeah.
And they're just constantly trying to. It's not like they're going down the right because Gabby Hill or somebody on that right side is easier to get around. Because trust me, we've seen Gabby Hill do some great defending in the last couple weeks. Yeah. But I think it's one of those that, like,
okay.
How many times
Washington's going to get to that. I think
she's going to get the ball across, though.
Yeah, can she make the – okay, nice. Can she get it back to Lowther? Lowther's coming. And
good quick touch there.
Nice try by Lowther, but, off of your left foot, turn around. That's going to be a tough play.
And take a booth.
As RCB, nice little headers there, and here comes there's someone on her back, so Dunn needs to be careful here, and that's why she's just going to play it out, because she had one on her back, and then another one ran in, and she's just going
to. Steve, they're not talking. Like,
yeah.
She should not have to, like, with two teammates around her, have to kick that out.
Well, and here's the other thing. I guess my point would be one of the things to work on is movement without the ball. And I've talked about movement without the ball. The idea is that when the other person has the ball, you have to be in a position to receive it. And if you're not in a position to receive it, you need to be moving to a position to receive it. If you don't have a direct angle between you and the person with the ball, you need to, or at least have them find a way. I mean, that ball's going to get through.
And in this instance also,
Chandy does a good job of cutting off the post.
And calling for it.
Well,
and, the other thing is this is still a young team.
Yep. Oh, no, it is.
The bones of this team are juniors and sophomores.
Yes.
So they're still working together. It's still pretty early in the season.
Never say. I mean, we got some new players, people who did not play last year who have, now we do have some experience coming back, but we have some people who did not play last year who are coming back in. And like I said, the time to peak is the postseason. And so we still got a long ways to go there.
With a team this young, or with a young team in general, you are going to see ups and downs. You're going to see great moments, like the Like I would call the game against Philip Barber a pretty great moment.
Yes.
You played against a team, to players that.
I better say against any other team that except for Charleston Catholic, that's a winning effort because the fact is 2 of those goals. That one was it. That one Sparks girl. I don't know if there's any other player in the state that makes that goal. Like, as that's a goal kick. But I'm just saying because those strikes were long distance, crowded, and she just drilled them. And there's not many people in the state that are going to make those shots.
Men or women, truthfully.
Yeah. So
Well, and it
And Carly Knight gives another ball. Can
I think
Brooklyn get there? I think. Well, she's going to close. Her closing speed is incredible. Oh, but she just got shoved.
I don't know how that's not a card or a call. But that
Can Gabby find someone up the wing here? Unfortunately,
I wondered at the beginning of the season, Steve, and I may have said this before. Would RCB be able to replace the speed of A. Simmons?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Coach Hinter, are you listening? Because I just found you a 100-yard dash contender. She's got some great closing. Her over 40-yard speed is lights out.
Yep.
And that's a good little ball there.
Okay, and the keeper didn't exactly come out, but good effort, good job by that defender. That was a tough ball, and the defender did a good job with that. Jaden's there. She's battling. Can she stay on her back? That's good. Yep. All right. Good step. Unfortunately, the Bees will take control, but there was a good effort there, and now we got to stop the counterattack. Way to hustle, though, by I believe that was Chloe Ashby going all the way from the front to the back to slow down the attack. That really helps as McKenna Luke's a little unlucky there. As that's where, like I said, a little bit extra talking there between McKenna and Gabby there. You want a little bit more room if you're going to do that drop back, but that's something you learn. I know McKenna's a sophomore, and they're both sophomores, right? McKenna, I know Gabby was a sophomore, and McKenna's a sophomore, right? So, a couple sophomores, just something to work on. The fact is, I think RCB's close. And like I said, we're right now tied with 11 minutes to go with a top 10 team. So
right, and I think that they have got to work in training on transition.
Yes.
And I think some of that you do in a 5-a-side game.
Yeah.
Because I think in a 5-a-side game you put Ava, Olivia, Jaden, and maybe let's say Martina.
Yeah.
And Carly against your speed people, and you tell the speed people they score.
Wait, he's going. What?
What?
Oh, are you? What?
These calls, I don't understand these calls.
Oh no, he's pointing. Now he's pointing the other way.
Did the VAR? Did he get it did VAR get him in the earpiece?
I'm about to say because I couldn't see how that could have possibly been a foul in RCB.
I don't know. Martina Howell is still dealing with the pain for what just happened.
Yeah, she was.
That's
that
absurd.
was absurd. But fortunately, I guess the ref eventually got the right call. Well, I think he was looking to see if there would be some sort of continuation. Okay, Brooklyn Washington, can she get it over? It's still in. And it's a goal. It's a corner kick. So corner kick RCB. I think.
Love that.
But
goes completely over the line. All right, let me get it to go.
Let's say.
I'd love to see a Jaden Sturm goal here.
Yep.
I'd love to, you know what I'd like. Well, she's not up there yet. I'd love to see a Martina Howell goal.
Yep.
But they've got her back covering.
Yep.
I'd kind of like.
Well, you gotta have someone like a Howe or a Dunback because if they do counterattack, you want that speed on the back end in case to. Oh. Good ball in, just good job.
You are calling it all tonight, my friend.
Yep. Yep.
Well, and Olivia's got okay. Now, you got to get back in transition.
Yep.
And at this late of the night, it's hard.
Oh yeah,
it is so hard.
That's out. Yes.
That's out.
As RCB will get that get the throw there. That was a RCB making a sub here, try to get some fresh legs as Storm's coming out and Starkey's coming in. So good effort tonight so far by Sturm. Probably with 9 minutes to go. Maybe she'll come back in, but be surprised. But good minutes from her tonight.
Absolutely. There's There were some moments where I didn't think she was giving us a whole lot, and then just they're down the side. Her and Brooklyn Washington together have been playing really well.
Yeah. And Brooklyn will try again to see if she can get some.
We got to get one thing that Brooklyn has got to work on is her foot skills.
Yeah.
Because she's got that home run speed.
I
think she's got a good step, and she knows what she's supposed to do. But she's got to. The defenders know she's got to cut back inside.
Yeah. I think that was probably not a bad play there by Dunn, just to try to slow down the counterattack because he wasn't sure. And can Chandy? Okay, they're gonna let that go. Okay, all right. I don't know what I guess a little miscommunication there for the Bees. So with 8 minutes to go, it is 1-1 Robert C. Byrd and the East Fairmont Bees, and as the top 10 matchup is living up to its billing, and it's anyone's ball game here late. Lissa Dunn will take the goal kick, and RCB really needs to try to see if they can get some, not only clear, but get it up to somebody. Ooh.
I just.
Yep. Yeah, that was scary there because there was a couple Eagles there that were trying to do the right thing to help, but you worried that it might deflect off someone. But fortunately, it did not. Another throw in for the Bees, as RCB needs to make sure that everyone is accounted for in that box so that they can
just get it out.
Get it out there. Okay.
Good boot there.
Good boot there. Now, Carly's going to try to play it up there, and can Washington? Oh, well, can she stay with it? It's got to be off of East Fairmont, though. What? How could it be off Brooklyn Washington? She wasn't even close to it. Okay, well. Fortunately, Carly got the ball, and did that hit her arm?
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yep.
The sideline judge was pretty far away from that.
Yep.
And a bad angle for across the field. But
yep. But RCB has a throw with 6.5 minutes to go, tied 1-1. Another throw, as that's going to be off of, the Bees as well. As so RCB seeing if they can try to find a way to generate some offense here. It's been a while, but as here comes the Bees the other way, and they're going to try to go for that long diagonal ball. You can see someone calling for it. She's offsides now. She's coming back. Okay, And
it's a good step there, and Martina gets back.
Oh. Wait. Oh, they're calling off a foul on Martina. Okay, I thought I saw everyone kind of stop. Like, well, what's going on?
Right, because I thought for a second I was like, well, the ball was kind of misplaced because Martina got fouled. Listen, Martina Howell.
Yep.
I think we could talk about her toughness tonight.
Yeah. I think he's pushing Livia back.
Well.
Okay, 50-yard line, 5 minutes to go. Let's see what Olivia does here. She's going to try to play it in, see if we can get it to Carly. Good step, though, by the Bees.
Well,
and here comes that counterattack.
Kind of hope that it bounces and got to cut that out.
Got to communicate, you two.
And they didn't.
Yeah.
And that's, honestly, that could be a red card.
Yeah.
That could be a red card, and I would not be shocked.
Well, it looks like he's not going to give a card. I don't know if you would say he was last defender because there was the other player there. That's the only reason. But, I mean, they got to work on that communication. And, look, it's one of those things, young team, you're just going to have to work on it. But, someone's got to take control there. And
right. Well, and they're just lucky.
Yep. Fortunately, I mean, it honestly and there's still obviously 4.5 minutes, and this is going to be fortunately,
not a bad free kick.
I say not a bad free kick, but fortunately for the Eagles, a little high, and the RCB will get out of that one. But still, obviously, with the goal kick here, you still got to try to get it out of your own end. As here comes the Bees, probably making, I would argue, if not the last, probably one of the last substitutions of the night for either team with 4 minutes to go. As 1-1 here, RCB trying to see if they can get a result, see if maybe they can find one last bit of brilliance to get the win, or at least prevent East Fairmont from possibly getting a late goal here to as can Martina Howe will look here. Nice pass to Lowther. Lowther needs a turn. There we go. She's looking. She's got the ball here. Can Haley get to it? But it was a good thought. It was a really good thought. I like the thought.
And I'll tell you, if of the two at this point that I would want running onto that, it's Haley.
Yeah.
Because Haley absolutely could cut back or go with her left and put the ball into the.
Yeah. Oh, I believe that they're going to call a handball, and I think I did see it hit a hand.
It did.
So RCB giving up a free kick with 3 minutes left but the Bees have been dangerous on. Like I said, it was a similar type of long kick situation that was what gave up the first goal. So RCB needs a good job marking up and winning this ball in the air. Here it comes. Good step. Getting them behind it as Brooklyn Washington will. It's
a bird throw. You
bird
can take
throw.
all the time you need.
Let's say take your time, because the one thing you want to do is because the more time you have, you're looking to, obviously, if you can find a way, you want to get that goal, try to win the game. But at the same time, you don't want to, as Brooklyn Washington almost was able to get the turn, but good job by the defender to use her body to turn Brooklyn away. As Starkey will get it, nice ball in, and here comes the counterattack for good play by Martina to step up. That was big.
That was really big because the attacker for the Bees was not paying attention.
Yeah.
And did not realize the ball was that close. Otherwise, it'd been tough.
It's unfortunately though
2 minutes.
good another win on that long ball. I tell you that you can tell these Bees on both teams, they practice those long balls and having their offensive players run onto them, because that seems to be for both teams the offense. Oh. Great stop by Chandy.
Great. Now, I think a little interesting shoving match there, but a great save by Chandy. It stung her palms hard. That was a good strike.
Yep. Did a good job getting her body in front of it. Can Gabby find not a bad. I would say I thought she was going to go out.
I don't know that I would say that was intentional, but.
A little slide tackle there.
Call an advantage, but you better give a card for that.
Yep.
Maybe I just want to see a card tonight. I don't know. That's possible.
Yep.
Great
okay.
ball. Now get to it, Brooklyn Washington.
Brooklyn Washington. Can Brooklyn turn it in with about a minute to go? Okay, she does a good job winning a corner. Okay,
that's good play, Brooklyn Washington.
Yeah. So 1 minute. And you know what? I wouldn't mind taking a little bit of time here. And here's why. Because you almost want this to be it. You score, you win. You don't score, you tie. It's right. You don't want to have a situation where you give them enough time for a run out. Yeah, knock on wood. That's why I would tell her,
Steve, you've been jinxing it all night.
I know.
I'm teasing. But I mean, you're right. You want this to be the last play of the game.
Yep.
Oh!
Can Gabby's got a chance.
Would love to just put it back on frame.
Yep. So 25 seconds to go. RCB needs to get back, because obviously the Bees are going to try to go quick, because they're going to want to see if they can get one more chance. So if you're RCB, you got to get back with numbers.
And you got to get in shape.
Get back in the numbers. So 10 seconds to go. And that will be off of – it'll be a throw-in. I believe that will probably be just about do it tonight.
And that's all she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, a classy display this evening from the Eagles and from the Lady Bees. Yeah. And this evening we're gonna forego our normal 3-star discussion. We will talk about and celebrate these ladies, but we wanted to highlight a really classy thing that the Lady Eagles did in last time out. Steve, you want to tell them?
The West Virginia high school soccer family had a big loss last week. Leah Strickland, number 17 for the Herbert Hoover Huskies, passed away in a car accident last Wednesday coming home from a soccer game. Our hearts just go out, and our condolences and our thoughts go to Herbert Hoover, her family, the whole community, everyone down there. Last game, the Robert C. Byrd Eagles and our friends over at Bridgeport honored Leah Strickland by wearing armbands with the number 17, which is her number, and the girls even had the Herbert Hoover colors in their hair for like in hair bands to honor them. And it's just it's a tragedy, and like I said,
And Alphonse said
RCV
that-
wants to make sure that Herbert Hoover that they are in our thoughts and that we send our deepest condolences. And
Absolutely.
they it's always a classy school and a classy area in Herbert
Absolutely.
Hoover.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for us this evening here at Robert C. Byrd Streaming Network and at the Eagle Stadium. You have a safe ride home. We'll talk to you on we'll see you on Saturday.